Long before he was the hero of Metropolis, he was a lone survivor. He would eventually become a farm boy, who would eventually move to the big city, where he'd find his destiny. Long before anyone could ever notice it, his destiny would chosen right before him, to become a hero of the people, to become a savior, to become the world's mightiest hero. Though while he thought that he was alone, he would eventually find companions, his love of his life, and his best friend. Not after that, he would eventually find out he is not as alone as he thinks that he is once he meets his cousin, who would eventually help him save the world. Now we're on to the next adventures. But what is left for the adventures of the Man of Steel and his family? Well, it's not here yet, but here are my predictions and theories for the third season of the one and only. Greetings, kids and nerds, and Maurice Universe, and White Nerdy, and happy SuperJune to everybody to announce the release of Supergirl coming to theater this this June 26th. I'm going to be taking a look at nothing but Superman and Super Family material for the release of Supergirl. And I know, and I promised that I was going to take a look at Superman and Lois the fourth season first, but I really wanted to talk about my own theories and predictions towards my adventure with Superman season 3, and that's what I'm here to do. Now, no, I haven't seen season 3, of season 2, of my adventure with Superman. Season 3 had not come out yet, and there is no season 4, but perhaps there could be. You'll see what I mean. If my theories and predictions are right, they might have a season 4. If not this year, perhaps maybe next year. But I know that I promised for Superman and Lois, but we'll do that on this coming Friday. I just really wanted to get my thoughts and predictions on my adventure with Superman out of the way first. And I have a feeling that some of my predictions and theories might come true. You'd be very surprised. I already knew that in season 2 we were going to eventually get Supergirl. That seemed to be the trait that they were going with. However, now they were heavily teasing the cyborg Superman. And I have a theory about what they're going to do with this and some predictions to go on the way. Because already the two characters that they already introduced into season 3 is Superboy and the cyborg Superman. So this had me doing some well good theories and prediction thoughts in my head, and I have to get them out of my head, otherwise they're gonna keep me up all night long. So this is just gonna be me just talking and nerding out about what I think is gonna go into going to go into my adventure with Superman season 3. So if you are interested in this, please join aboard us here on the Super Train. If you're not, you can go that way. I don't know what's over there. You can go. Go. Go on. Or you can look down there for another video. Just go on. No one keeping you here. Go on. But with all of you super freaks ready to basically stay here with me, why don't we talk about what I think is going to happen in my adventure with Superman season 3. As I already stated, we already got introduced to Supergirl, and she seems that she's going to be a well-known player in the Superman universe from here on out. I have not seen season 2, so I'm just going to make off my own theories as it is. But there is one character that my adventure with Superman introduced, and then didn't do nothing with. And that is a character who I think will come into main play, especially in the third season. If you recall with my adventure of Superman season 1, the episode Adventures at Ivo Tower, you remember seeing this fine young man sitting down at a table, who Ivo basically introduced to everybody. This is Lex Luthor, aka Alexander Luthor, and it was heavily contrived that he would eventually join the team, that he would eventually join Superman's Rogue Gallery, even though he hadn't yet, but he seemed to be kind of doing the same thing like he did in Superman, the animated series, where technically he helped create Superman's Rogues. This is helpful, especially considering the fact that A, he's not bald yet, so this is a young Lex Luthor, and B, we haven't seen him do nothing evil yet. The only evil thing that Lex did was technically create the parasite, and in which case he kind of saw the potential that he had and the potential that he could create upon the world. As it's gonna be my theory for season 3 that Lex is gonna be the creator of Superboy, something that Lex is basically known to do, especially in Superman. But I believe, very similar to Superboy himself from the comic book, he's gonna turn against Lex Luthor and end up helping out the Super family and thinking that he is a part of them. Now, since that we had Superboy be introduced, it is my theory that they're gonna introduce Steel, who just so happens to be the world's biggest Superman fan. And it's my theory that within the second season or third season, excuse me, that we will actually see Steel basically team up with Superman or at some point save him. Which will probably mean that we will see Steel in the Steel suit within Season 3, or at least towards the end of Season 3 and possibly in a Season 4 if they do it. Now, also upon with the arrival of Cyborg Superman, it really does seem like that this series is gonna do the death of Superman, and that's what I think it's what turn they're gonna do. As it's my theory that in Season 3, Lex is gonna know something about Superman. He's gonna figure something out, maybe his own weakness, and especially after the Superboy disaster. And also not to mention the huge disaster that he already had with Parasite, I think that Lex is gonna try to invent Doomsday, but he's not gonna do it by himself. As I believe, because of the history that General Lane and Amanda Waller have with the Man of Steel, I really do think, and I really do believe, that Waller and Commander Lane are going to work side by side with Lex Luthor and basically help him out and give him whatever advantage that he needs over Superman. So yes, I believe that Lane, Waller, and Luthor will all be responsible for Doomsday. As we already know, General Lane hates Superman. He hates everything that he stands for. He cannot fucking stand him. He wants him and his entire species dead. And we both know that General Lane and Waller do have a history together, especially a history with trying to protect the planet and doing the best that they can in keeping the planet protected. Especially since Waller and Lane were there when Brainiac invaded the Earth with the Kryptonians, thus making them far more haters and less supporters of Superman. As I believe with their past experiences and what they have done in their life and what they have suffered through, that these two will actually team up with Lex and finally pull the Doomsday plug. As I believe that the three of them will put together Doomsday, the ultimate killing machine against the Man of Steel, and by doing this, they will create the most perfect weapon. As I believe that yes, the three of them will combine their strength together and their brains and whatever else that they have to create Doomsday, and Doomsday will kill the Man of Steel. Or at least Doomsday and Superman will kill each other. At least you know that Superman's not dead. Well, at least not yet, but the world still needs a hero to protect it. But let's just say, for the hell of it, that word reaches out all over the galaxy. The Man of Steel is dead, and the first person who hears this news is Superman's longtime rival, General Zod. As Zod decides that he's gonna come to Earth and cause terror and mayhem, wreak havoc upon the world, and basically challenge all the super beings to fight him. Let's just say that Zod and his henchmen were able to defeat all the Supermen, Cyborg Superman, Superboy, Supergirl, and especially Steel. So what next? As I believe that Season 3 would end with Superman returning and fighting Zod and his henchmen, basically finishing him off and basically killing him away, with a bigger threat behind the curtains. As I believe that Doomsday will launch an invasion upon the Earth, and not only that, he will team up with the Cyborg Superman in the hopes of taking down the Man of Steel. As I believe that this will challenge all of the super people together to fight against Doomsday, to take him down once and for all, and to prove that they are the true heroes that Earth deserves. With Season 3 ending on a massive cliffhanger, Superman and the Super Family will fight against Darkseid in the immortal war for the Earth, basically hinting at possibly a Darkseid war. Do I think that all of my predictions and theories will happen? Probably not. But I also do feel that we will see a return in Season 4, or perhaps Season 3, of a Suicide Squad, but one cleverly put together to take down the super people. Maybe they'll use the same one that they had in My Adventure with Superman, maybe they'll build a different one. We'll have to see. And also, I do think that we will see not just Superboy, but perhaps even Bizarro. If anything had proven true, Lex, when he first cloned Superman, didn't do a very good job in creating Bizarro. So I really do think that we will see Bizarro in season 3 of My Adventure with Superman. Does this mean that Darkseid will become a big player, because he is a big player in the Superman mythos, but does this mean that he will appear in season 4, maybe alongside of somebody like Mongo, for example? We'll have to see. I also think that it is possible that they're gonna do the marriage of Clark and Lois, basically bringing the two of them together and hinting at possibly Jonathan Kent and more in the coming season. But we'll take it step by step, as I really do think that the team behind My Adventure with Superman is heavily gonna do the Death of Superman first. Then they're probably gonna do the War of the Supermen, and then they're going to take it step by step each day. We will see how far the season gets. Hopefully, it doesn't get the plug pulled on it like Superman and Lois did. Oh, Superman and Lois season 4 is such a depressing story, but oh, baby steps will get there, because I have a lot to talk about when I review that, because there's a lot of things Superman and Lois did not end up doing that they were supposed to do because the CW pulled the DC Comics plug. More on that when we get there. But I have to say, for My Adventure with Superman, Season 3, my thoughts and predictions, I think that most of them are going to prove true. I think that we will get the Doomsday arc of Superman, the death of Superman, of course. We will get the reign of the Superman, the war of the Superman, and then possibly, we will be able to see maybe like a Darkseid War event where Darkseid will come to try to invade Earth, which will challenge Superman, Superboy, Supergirl, Steel, and whoever else to fight against him. And maybe I'm right. Maybe Cyborg Superman will team up with either Lex Luthor or Darkseid. And I really do think that Lane, Waller, and Luthor will all team up together to try to do something against Superman. Would that mean inventing Doomsday? Maybe not. Would that mean that they will invent something much more devastating? Like, maybe we'll see Superior Man from frickin' Superman Red Sun. Who knows? We will have to see what proved it. And also remember, we've seen in My Adventure with Superman the evil Superman. Could one of those Supermen be maybe the herald of Darkseid? We'll have to see as time goes on. So, anyways, let me know if you guys think that my theories and predictions are true, that we will see like the death of Superman and everything else involved, or do you think that they're going to take a much more unique twist and throw us for a curveball we have never seen coming? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, do you think that we will get the marriage of Clark and Lois maybe at the end of the series? The official end of the series? Or do you think that we will get it or do you think that we will get it basically towards the end of season 3 before he dies? Let me know in the comments down below. And yes, next time, as I promise, we'll talk about this season and what it was supposed to be long before the CW went, yeah, we're gonna put a plug on the DC Comics license. So every season of everything must stop all at once. Canceling Stargirl, The Flash, DC's Legend of Tomorrow, and especially Superman and Lois. And it's still painful, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So, anyways, let me know you guys' own thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Do you think that Superman is going to die in season 3, or do you think that they're going to leave that for season 4? Let me know your own thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, and join me at Twitter if you want to see me gloat about what I get right. Because I have a feeling I might not get everything right, but everything pretty close to it, I'm going to sit there and do a little victory dance and go out. Because bragging rights are the best kind of rights. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in the voice. How about nerdy? Keep it on. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified every single time I upload. Follow me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. And do you agree with my Adventure with Superman Season 3 predictions? Or do you think that they're going to go a completely different route and throw us a curveball? Because they probably will do that. Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in the universe. I believe nerdy, keep it on. And until next time, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and take care.